Motionless in White. It's a little bit on the glammier side of metal, but they're pretty good. Sure. I say all the time, these bands that come out of nowhere, Pennsylvania, these guys are from Scranton. They can't wait to get out of these towns because they're in the middle of nowhere. They're like, let's just paint our faces and go.
I don't hate this.
I think they're the strongest of the three in this lineup. They're pretty good. It's very Marilyn Manson-y.
I was going to say they almost sound kind of like we're going to Rise Against and the Used, and I've been listening to a lot of Rise Against and Used, and I'm like, this sounds similar to more like that than metal.
Well, I think these are bands, Trinity to Terror bands are for people that are like into heavy metal and horror movies, right? That kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Black Veil Brides, when we were doing...
He likes them, I know that.
Black Veil Brides?
Yes.
When we were doing Sonic Temple years ago, Rock on the Range.
Rock on the Range. I think it was the first year that I performed at it.
And we were like in the VIP tent, because they're from Cincinnati originally.
Yeah.
Black Veil Brides, and they, I think, all went to Hollywood or whatever, but they were just like walking around and...
They're playing pool.
They're all
pool. Like... glammed up and everything, but they're playing pool, like joking around, laughing, having. I mean, they're just dudes.
Well, because I was like,
It's just funny to see them not doing their stage persona, which is a lot like gloomier and like focused.
And they've kind of made some changes over the years too. I was like, who's this Japanese band? Because they had a very like mid-90s Japanese heavy metal vibe to them. But anyway, that's a good lineup. I'm not Ice Nine Kills isn't for me, but that's a good lineup.
I don't think he's got any metal bands planned, or at least none that I know of. He might, but I don't know. He might. He's got his own line.
Does he apprise you of every metal show he's going to go see?
Well, he doesn't have a lot of free time, so I feel like if he were going to a concert, he would have mentioned it. Like, we're going to the Rise Against show on Wednesday, and then in September for his birthday, we're going to Post Malone. But then other than that, nothing until next March.
Rise Against, by the way, has really good support on that show. They got Beartooth.
The Used. Census Fail.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
I think Beartooth is on the Cleveland stop. Those guys are
no,
solid.
It's Census Fail.
I think Beartooth was just here with A Day to Remember.
Oh, were they really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing some of the Rise Against dates. I thought they were here in Cleveland.
I don't think so.
They can come back, can't they?
No, it's illegal.
I'm sorry, we were just there, and we're not going to do it again. You know what? From everything I read... They said Machine Gun Kelly sold out First Energy Stadium.
That's what it looked like.
And it was packed.
I was in the traffic on Saturday night.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go. I did a show at the Bop Stop, and then it was a comedy festival in town that went very well. It was very fun. And then I popped over to Hilarities to say hi to David Morey and hang out with Brian Kenny a little bit. And then Brian was giving me a ride home, and we got stuck in some Machine Gun Kelly traffic. And there was a lot of people. It was like
a Browns game.
Man.
Good for him.
Yeah, man, it's incredible.
I didn't think he was. Again, it makes me sound really old. I did not think that he was going to come close. Well, now I don't want to be that guy, but I'm a little confused because because
he went from selling 20,000 tickets for the Romo Fijo to 50,000. That's a huge jump.
That's right.
Not a lot of people can do that. So that's in for a guy that isn't. I don't think he gets a ton of radio play. I think he's just got really loyal.
On pop radio, he does.
Radio. Okay.
The first artist in Cleveland to sell out all the tickets. Now, here's my question, though. It's very, very impressive. But 50,000 is not the capacity of First Energy Stadium.
No.
So I wasn't sure what they meant.
Behind the stage.
Okay.
Like there's some like shows where they won't see.
I didn't know if he was in the round or how they did it. No. Okay. Because it's like closer to 70,000 people there, right?
If you're doing a concert too, you get the whole field as well. So you can probably, like, if Garth Brooks were playing there, he could probably do it in the round and probably get 90,000 people.
Okay.
Garth Brooks was who I was just about to reference because he's one of the only concerts I've been to where he sells seats behind the stage. No one else. I've never been to a concert. Usually, wherever the stage ends, they block off the ones. No, he was.
He sells tickets to look at his back.
I looked at his back for the majority of the concert. There was like.
Why would you do that?
I didn't buy the tickets.
Why would anyone do that?
Because you want to see Garth Brooks.
But you're looking at his ass the whole time.
I'm telling you, man, that is his. How big this guy is. Garth Brooks sells every ticket imaginable at every single show.
Wow.
But there was a point where he turned around and maybe did like 2 or 3 songs, but that's a guy who plays for 3 hours. So for most of it, we were staring at his back. But yeah, he's the only concert I've ever been to. That
Does he call
sold
the
seats
people
by
that
him.
are watching from behind his friends in low places?
No, he should though.
Yeah, so Saturday night, MGK along with Will Smith's kid and Travis Barker and Avril Lavigne. 50,000 people there. It's very impressive. And by all accounts,
put on a great show.
This dude puts on a show.
Like, I saw him.
Like his life depends on it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how you have to do this. You're like, this could end at any moment. It's taken a long time to get to this point.
I saw him at Rock on the Range, and nobody was excited for him when he came out. And by the end of his set, he won that crowd over. So the dude is a performer. A lot of people love talking crap about him, but the dude puts on a show, and he puts everything he has into it.
I think we saw, I'm not even going to say saw, I think we walked past the stage when Gwen and I used to go to ACL every year. One year, Machine Gun Kelly was on one of the stages, and it was before I ever met him. I don't even think I was paying attention to what was going on there. It was like the Iggy Azalea year or something, I think. And that was her summer. Everybody wanted to. But it's very impressive.
When I screenshotted you guys those pictures of like him standing in front of First Energy having it sold out, I showed my brother. He was just like, I don't understand. I'm like, what's
not for us to understand? We're old.
He was like, what do you understand? He's like, he did a rock album. He was like, that was literally his worst album. I don't understand. He couldn't wrap his mind around the fact that he sold out First Energy.
Because he's going to do other things besides that. He's going to do stuff that...
I was like, he's been in movies. I was like, he's more of a celebrity more so now than just... I mean, he's just an artist now. And people want to see the spectacle that is Machine Gun Kelly, but whether it be his worst album or not. Because I don't think he performed Wild Boy. I don't know what he did.
Also, when he went to pop punk, though, that's when he took off on the charts. Like, that's when people started...
I'm not saying he didn't, but he just like, he's a rapper, and he was a good rapper.
People love a hometown hero, too.
Like, if he's going to... I don't know that he could sell that many seats anywhere else. I would say probably...
No, that's what I'm saying. People love a hometown hero. Yeah. I mean, Cleveland Scene had an article on the Michael Stanley Band doing 4 nights at Blossom 40 years ago. 74,000 people. The late Michael Stanley, with all due respect to Michael Stanley. I know a lot of people loved him. The 2 times I met him, he was a dick to me. So that's my only exposure to Michael Stanley. But this guy did 4... Every region has its Bruce Springsteen, right? Mm-hmm. And Michael Stanley was Cleveland's, but people love him.
Well,
the guy that I came up in radio, I didn't come up in radio, I was an intern and then a producer, this Jonathan Brandmeier in Chicago. He had a band. This was a morning DJ in Chicago. Granted, he was like the 800-pound gorilla in Chicago, but he had a band, Johnny and the Leisure Suits. And they had the attendance record for Alpine Valley Music Theater. He did like 3 nights sold out at this massive outdoor with his band.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because people love hometown acts.
Yeah.
And if you want to support a hometown act,
here we go.
You knew it was coming. You
knew. It's like you were setting me up for it. Funny Stop Comedy Club, September 2nd and 3rd. I'm filming a comedy special there. Get your tickets now.
Will you do, since you're filming it,
BillSquire.com.
Will you do that sped up
walk to the stage? No,
the sped up walk of everybody waiting in line?
No, not. I'm not. I mean, I could, but
that ends with your name on the marquee, and then you walk in.
Okay, so what's wrong with that? Because I really like that.
Well, you've seen the Funny Stops marquee.
Oh yeah, Mary Santora is opening.
Yeah. The N is backwards. Is that a problem?
No.
The O is a 0.
The way I want it to start is I'm starting. It's not even going to be like, please welcome Bill Squire. It's going to start with me telling my first joke.
Boring.
It's not the walk up or anything like that.
Are you going to have?
I just want to catch people that
No
are clicking onto it.
value.
It's going to have production
Dude's
value.
lazy. I'm just kidding.
Oh, jeez.
Are you going to have?
I was standing up for her, and here she is tearing me down.
Are you going to have support on this?
Yeah.
These shows.
He's wearing a jockstrap.
Yeah, and a bra. No, I got Martin Malloy, who is very funny. Probably one of the funniest people.
That's
I've
formerly
ever met.
Schizo Bill?
Yes. Mickey Genosi and Gabe Gary. Those are the guys that are opening for me.
A full straight white male lineup, if anybody is interested in.
I don't know how straight all those guys are.
All the people texting me are very dismissive of Machine Gun Kelly.
That's fine. He's not for you.
Born in Texas and blah, blah, blah.
But he grew up here.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that might be the case, but this city has embraced him.
Yeah.
And this is a city that's...
He embraced us.
Huh?
He embraced us every step of the way.
That's right. And this is a region that is desperate for people to embrace.
Dude,
so there's nothing wrong with it.
There's still so many people that they'll bring that up. It's like, he was born in Texas. Like,
so what?
But he has lived here for a long time, and he's done a lot of stuff for this city.
He's a great dude.
And he's, yeah.
If you're born in
let's be careful here. What has he done for the city?
During the pandemic,
he brought Kardashians here.
Okay. So did Tristan
Thompson.
And we're happy about that, too.
During the pandemic, he had like 4 or 5 different restaurants where a couple days of the week, it was like a full week-long thing where he paid for the tab the entire day. Where he was like, hey, Cleveland, if you go to, I think it was like Town Hall, it was all in like the Ohio City area. But he said, over the course of the day, I know everybody's struggling. Monday, go to this restaurant. Tuesday, go to this restaurant. Thursday, go. No questions asked. If you need help eating, I will cover the tab for the entire day.
Gotcha.
So he's done stuff like that. He's donated to charities around Cleveland and given back to schools and stuff. Like, he's done a lot for the city.
All I'm saying is, on the handful of occasions I've met him and talked to him, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Just as a person, I like him. I've never drilled too deeply into all the performance stuff, but people around here, anywhere you go, they love hometown heroes. And clearly, a lot of people.
That's awesome for him.
Went to that show. Good for him.
It's so weird seeing, because I literally watched his rise, and that was cool. Because we were there, I think the day that he accidentally started a riot at South Park Mall. Like that day, I think we were walking the mall, and all of a sudden we just seen like a big ruckus, and it was Machine Gun Kelly. He was there. I remember when he would hang out. We were talking earlier, like last week, about Barroom. He would be at Barroom, like when he was like just kind of still.
What was Barroom again?
Barroom was like the kid version of the Cadillac Ranch. Like they had like a.
Is that like Barcode, that workout place?
No, but it was like where the new Taco Bell Cantina is now.
Yeah.
Like that used to be a club called Barroom, or like it was right there, and he used to go there all the time, and he would perform, and I just remember his like mixtapes, like the one song called "Salute." So I remember.
And also,
I remember that rise.
Things are very hard to maintain too over the course of a career. So things can happen for you very quickly. The peak of that can be selling out First Energy Stadium, and then things can go away. That still does nothing to diminish.
I think
what that involves.
It's a big accomplishment.
I think for what he stood for in regards to not signing a label until the label signed his entire. I don't know if his production company.
Don't you dare talk about Masters.
No.
Don't you mention his Masters.
It wasn't about Masters.
First, he's starting riots, according to Pound. Was it a cheap weave riot by any chance?
Cheap weave riot! Punch a fat chick for some hair.
He didn't start a riot. They said
Did he start a
riot.
hepatitis riot by any chance?
Hepatitis strip club riot. Welcome John to the champagne stage. Yeah, hepatitis.
No, it's not about Masters.
Did he start a riot in a vegan strip club?
Yes.
Vegan strip club riot. I didn't know Boca made roast beef.
Apparently Travis Barker and Courtney went to Cleveland Vegan, though.
I saw that.
Yeah.
We were in, my boyfriend and I were in Lakewood that same day. I think it was Saturday. They went there Saturday morning.
Oh, good for you.
And I was like, we just missed him. Babe, that could be us in an alternate universe. You're a tatted up drummer.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That was like, you calling your boyfriend a loser. How sweet.
He's not a loser.
You call him that. You said that could be us, but you sleeping.
I said in an
this could be us, but you playing.
In an alternate universe, I could be Kourtney Kardashian if I dyed my hair dark and created a butt.
And put carpet remnants in your ass the whole bit. I gotcha.
He could shave his head off it and go Blink 182 it.
No, I like him the way he is.
Well, they put Travis Barker on the bill, but what I read was that like he came out to play a couple of songs. Like I don't know either. These lineups are weird, the way that they promote them. And
he performed on MGK's album.
No, I get that.
He drummed, so I don't think he was a part. I don't think he was doing solo songs, but he.
No, but I mean, like I'm sure I would imagine. And again, I wasn't even there, so 50,000 people could tell me I'm wrong. But I would assume that Kelly has like a tour drummer, and then Travis Barker comes out to do a couple of songs with him. Tell Mary Mustard is back. You know, Mustard is back.
Ah, nice.
The last time
I knew it. I knew it. I believed
didn't
him.
think it was going to be for 1 week. I hope he got his act together. He won a race, if I'm not wrong. He won one race.
With the Lake County Captains, his first race.
And only.
So, but how quickly did they recall him back to Progressive Field? Maybe
Directly after that.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost as if there's bad mojo at the corner of Carnegie and Ontario.
Whatever.
I mean, Guardians are in first place, and
they're getting beat by the Tigers right now. So what does that tell you? Maybe he's got bad mojo.
He
1-0 in the bottom of the second.
A single race.
Cancel the game. Then.
Yeah, it's a barn burner there as we get going. Underway, the first of 2 in the doubleheader today.
It's fine. Mustard can be back. That's cool. But it doesn't mean he's going to do anything.
But what if he does?
I bet you he wins today.
Good for him.
What if...
I'm going Friday, and I think Friday he's going to win for sure.
Because listen,
win it for me.
The naysayers, the cynics among us will say, oh, this was all contrived and manufactured.
That was both of you.
And I say...
No.
And I say... No, this was all organic.
Oh, my God.
I was watching wrestling documentaries all weekend, so I'm with Alan. It is all organic.
I hate
this is
both
happening.
of you so much.
And we just get to be witnesses of it.
Oh, Alan,
Beautiful
I love
time.
mustard. I love all my hot dogs, too. And you said it was a contrived that I agree with you. You guys are both wrong in your
say my website
flip-floppers.
and show too.
BillSquire.com, and you can buy tickets from Bob.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Bill and I are both that guy.
Yeah,
I was watching a lot of. There's a series because like they have all the WWE stuff on Peacock, and I saw this thing on TikTok where it's like going through some of the WCW, WWE, Nitro versus Raw stuff, and I was like, that is pretty interesting stuff. They have a series that's 20 episodes long, and I'm like halfway through it. And they're each an hour. I've watched a lot of old wrestling this weekend, but it's so good.
Yeah,
because there was just so much going on with wrestling at that time.
It was the
best time. Yeah.
Well, it's still real to that guy, damn it. And Mustard going back to Guardians Field is real to me too. What if he starts winning left and right?
Whatever, dude. That's what I think.
Whatever, dude.
Yep. Put me on record. Whatever, dude. Write it down somewhere.
I mean, scribble. Whatever, dude. Dash Mary Santora. There it is. All right.
Listen, I'm glad he's getting his act together, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if a game in the minors is enough to build you up back to major league status, but we'll see. I mean, all we can do is see what happens.
I'll tell you what. You know who the real victims in this? The Lake County Captains. What are they, just pawns in this whole mustard game here?
Yes, that's what a farm
they go,
team is.
oh, let's take a mustard and send them out there to the east side and let them run around for the enjoyment of those people who don't want to drive 20 more minutes west to see the Guardians play. And then, as quickly as he was there and emerged triumphant, they strip him from the ballpark.
Now you're getting it.
They took his credentials as soon as he went out to what I can only assume is a Wienermobile, and said, get thee to the corner of Carnegie and Ontario. And he's just, he's on the payroll, so he's like, all right, can I say goodbye to the captains? No! Didn't even get to say goodbye to the Lake County Captains organization.
I don't think he cared.
You don't think he cared?
Nope.
For all the love that crowd showed him?
Mm-hmm. I don't think he cares. But who am I? I don't know. I've never met the guy.
I think you're underestimating the as a performer, the vibe you can get off of a welcoming audience. I think you're underestimating that, whatever that analog is for a condiment. You get the vibe of the crowd and they're pulling for you. Because when were Lake County Captains fans ever going to get to see Mustard in his natural habitat?
It's not his natural habitat.
No, downtown is.
Right.
When were they ever going to get to see that? They can't drive 20 minutes west.
That's what I'm saying, man. Whatever, dude.
Maybe he's been using Frankfurter growth hormones somewhat. Well, that would account for the hot dog part, not the mustard part.
Mm-hmm. Seed fertilizer or something.
I'm going to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192. You can listen anywhere you are and leave messages as well on the iHeartRadio.